Now, now, the serpent became a symbol of the demonic mindset that rules the Antichrist. He becomes a symbol God used as a demonic spirit because he transgressed against God by causing man to take off his fruit. Listen at the mindset of this demonic spirit which entered into the serpent. He promised him bigger things that God had promised him. God told him to be keepers of the earth. He had all the fat of the land, but he told him that God knew that he was going to become as God. He's going to become great in the earth and take on the knowledge, eat of the tree of knowledge and good and evil. Isn't this where we are today in Bible prophecy? Isn't this where the United States have gone? And they are standing in the judgment of God because of he had the demonic mindset of the serpent. He lived by the knowledge and the creation of craft of his own hand until he became as God. Look at the spaceship. He's going up on the brink of the earth and ruling from the earth as God. He didn't mean Adam and Eve no good, but he wanted to use them as a vessel to deliver him upon the brink of the earth so that he himself could rule the people, not through the body of the human race. Satan was a spirit upon the earth. He had no way of getting up on the brink of the earth and ruling the earth as if he was a god. He had no way of doing this. But if he entice and create a situation where he tell the man that you take on the tree of knowledge, you eat of the fruit of the tree of knowledge, it will enhance you. In other words, what he telling that man, you create this car here. Little bit at a time. You create this bucket. You create this chariot. You create your spoils of the fence. And you create this and you create that. And he keep begging the people, children, people of the world to take on a way of knowledge, to learn math and science. That's the demonic spirit of this creature. And at the end, he will use these weapons against this man and he will destroy him. This is what this demonic mindset would do. He had Blackwater kill people over there in the Middle East. Everybody don't serve God. You found from 50 to 200 people in Iraq being tortured and killed and shot in the back of the head all of 2006 and dumped on the side of the street. This is him when he can't use you. The serpent that came from the foundation of the world demanded having a demonic mindset. He lived to see. He would tell you what you become, and he would dwell with you, and he would dwell in your mind and in the spirit of your body, and he would control the whole body of the human race, and it become not belong to the human himself, but become a vessel of a demonic spirit. He is the Antichrist. When we look at the man that we put in our office that our law give us, and we abide by him, and he tell us to do this and do that, and he command us, he takes and treats through our fear, he creates situations that he will use us as vessels. This is what we got going on in Iraq and Afghanistan. The demonic spirit, which came from the foundation of the earth, which led Alexander the Great, the Gentiles, and the Chaldees. He have became a force to be reconciled with. He know he have only a short time, and he is going to enter this earth. He doesn't have a natural resource of his own to back his dollar. We look at a person and we look him in his face as if he's one of us, but yet they came from us, but they are not of us if they do not the will of God. If we take and we see these people and these creatures done these things, we know that this is not the work of God, because God fed 5,000 with a few fish. And he took and fed some more with a few fish. And he showed the miracle of God through the works of Jesus Christ as he came and proved that he was the Son of God upon the face of the earth. But here in these modern time and through the world of technology, these peoples who proclaim they is God's peoples, they have drug dealers around your house to try to entice you to do drugs. They have black water set in place to kill you if you don't do what they say. They have these things. There's not one time that they take and feed you food with food or bread for bread. They give you money, you cannot eat money. You cannot eat lumber that they said they're giving you a place of refuge. But Jesus had his disciples set these people down who had followed him day after day and was hungry, but yet they were thirsty for the word of God. He had them to set them down and he fed them food. Working the miracles of God through the strength of Jesus Christ. At no point, at no time, when God created Adam and Eve, there was no point in no time where any of the things that he created and he blessed them from the foundation of the world. There was no point in time where he said you got to go to the service station and you got to get gas to put in the whales of the sea in order for them to swim in the sea. There was no time that you had to go get gas or diesel fuel to put in a lamb or wool or a lamb or a sheep to give him gas or diesel fuel that he may it must be sustained here. But the Antichrist, who with his hand created these from graven image and molten images, the vehicles, the heartbeat of these images upon which they created runs by a fuel. It's either diesel fuel or gasoline or jet fuel or electric energy. It has to have these things to run and sustain itself. These is the tree, come from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. These are the things which addicts man. These are the things that make one man go from house to house, place to place, and invade his neighbor's house. These are the things that man created with his own hand and he calls other people's terrorists, and he watches over people from thousands of miles away, and he tells them what they should and should not do, and he rule over them as if he was a god. Jesus said from the foundation of the earth, don't take of the tree of knowledge of good and of evil. From the first day that you take of this, you will surely die. Man didn't understand what God was talking about. This is the reason I got to go through the revelations of the Bible prophecy to make it clear and make it plain where you can understand it, to show that God spoke of these things long before man developed the technology. God seen him in the distance of time. And God said,